There is no easy way to say this, so I'm just going to come out and say it. MyPillow CEO Mike Lindell is friggin' pissed. And you know what he's pissed about? He is pissed that Fox News had the audacity to not run that ad promoting his cyber symposium that, according to him, everybody else ran it. OAN, Newsmax, ABC, CBS, none of them were afraid. Just the people at Fox News. I don't want to give away too much. I would love for Mike Lindell to say it in his own words. So folks, here is Mike Lindell throwing a major temper tantrum on the One America News Network against Fox News. Take a look.
And Fox Business News. Fox, you need to step it up and help save our country. I seen stuff by Jan Bongino on there. He goes, I'll say whatever I want in my show, and people were going after him. You know what? Then you better get out there and talk about tonight, about these recordings from Josh.
Well, then you got to call and interview you.
Well,
if he can say whatever he wants, you got to call and interview you.
Yeah, exactly. Why don't you call and interview me? Sean Hannity told me once, he said, Mike, I can say anything I want on Fox as long as it's the truth. Well, the truth is, Sean, we had a cyber symposium. And the truth is, it was attacked and hacked by this Josh Merritt. And the truth is, you're not saying anything on your show. Neither are you, Laura. Trucker tried a few times to talk about the 2020 election. I give him some credit. You know, maybe I thought that might be a breakthrough. It was a couple weeks ago, but none of them were talking. What is Fox doing to you? Are you guys you're so worried about your money, all four of you?
Now, before I analyze what he said there, I do want to point out, I believe you were referring to Tucker Carlson, not Trucker Carlson. Although, not going to lie, that might actually be a better use of his time. Rather than poisoning the airwaves every night, put him in a semi, have him hauling stuff across the United States. That way, Tucker Carlson or Trucker Carlson could actually be helpful to society. And your point you ended on, like, do you care more about your money? Yes! Yes, they do, Mike! How are you just now figuring this out? And by the way, One America, you've been sued too, $1.6 billion for putting this man on the air. Like, what do you think's going to happen in that lawsuit, considering you're still putting him on to push these lies? He's the one who got you in trouble in the first place. He's not going to be able to bail you out. Like, every time you put this guy on TV, you're screwing yourselves over. Same thing with Newsmax. It's almost shocking the level of stupidity happening at that network when they're like, no, go ahead, put him back on. What do we care? What do we got to lose? Oh, 1 point, what? No. Yeah, too late. Too late. You're still platforming the guy that's getting you sued, so you get what you deserve at this point, and God, I hope you get hit for the full $1.6 billion, because I don't think One America can survive it. Fox News, on the other hand, knows they could survive it. They've got good lawyers that have fought defamation suits in the past by making arguments basically saying that, hey, you can't trust anything on Fox News. Why would you think you could? And the courts have been like, that's true. Everybody knows Fox lies, so let's just let them lie. Probably not going to work in this case, because you were pushing bogus crap. But Fox News has been playing it relatively safe, not having Mike Lindell on, not letting people push these ridiculous conspiracy theories. You know, Trump did an interview with Dan Bongino, and before they posted it online, they cut out all of his stuff talking about, you know, the election being stolen. They're like, we're gonna put this over here in a box, you know, wait and see. Fox News is trying to not make their defense impossible. That's also why, by the way, they wouldn't air Mike Lindell's ads. It's also why they're not putting him on the network. That's why Sidney Powell's not going on anymore. Because they understand the liability there. The question is, who are the lawyers working for One America News, for OAN? Like, where are you? Where are you, and why are you not telling the network, like, hey, I think we can beat this. However, until then, you have to stop doing this, because the more you do it, every segment that you air saying this crap, you're killing our defense. It's another nail in the coffin. So I want to know who the lawyers are for One America. Please feel free to reach out to me and explain to me personally why you're not telling the network this. Or if you are telling the network this and they're just not listening to you. Because if that's the case, you need to drop them as a client because you're going to get royally embarrassed when you finally take this case to court. Mike Lindell, I'm sorry you're mad at your friends at Fox. I'm sorry they won't take your calls anymore. I'm sorry they won't air your ridiculous propaganda. But you were exposed last week as a complete and total fraud. Even Steve Bannon had to question where all this evidence was, where the receipts were, because you never produced them. That's going to hurt your case as well. And the more networks like One America and Newsmax let you go on the air, the worse it's going to be for them as well. Dominion Voting Systems is probably going to get a nice windfall of a couple $2 billion as a result of these defamation suits, which honestly, the totals will probably get knocked down to maybe $100 million or so. But Dominion's going to win. And every time Mike Lindell opens his mouth on one of these networks, Dominion gets a little happier because they know that's a new piece of evidence to use in these lawsuits against Lindell, OAN, and Newsmax.